You guys are American tourists in Italy. All right, you're at a cooking demo in the foothills of Mount Etna in Sicily. All right, so that's where we are right now.
Very
so.
specific. It
Get it-
doesn't really
get it-
quite look like it, but I guess if we close
Just
our eyes,
pretend a little bit.
All right, here we
Start
go.
the timer.
Go ahead.
All right, welcome everyone. Ciao, bienvenido. My name is Michael, and today I'm welcoming you to my kitchen, show you a little cooking demo. Today we're going to be demonstrating bruschetta. Bruschetta is a very classic Italian dish, literally translates to grilled bread. So it's very simply grilled bread with any topping whatsoever on it. Traditionally in the United States, it's kind of gotten to be known as a tomato dish, tomato, garlic, basil chopped up and put on bread, but really anything can be done and put on to bruschetta. What I would like to focus on today, I have three things I would like you to learn today from, or concentrate on throughout today's class. Eat seasonally and locally, eat seasonally and locally, and eat seasonally and locally. All right, so we'll quiz you guys at the end of class and see if you guys remember that one. So, being that this season currently right now is the fall time, I wanted to concentrate on a couple of fall ingredients that go really well with bruschetta. So here in front, I just wanted to point out I have a couple different squash and pumpkins that I have picked from my lovely garden. And just to point out, there are lots of different types of squash and pumpkins out there. All very versatile in the culinary world. Some of them have a harder skin that you cannot eat. Some can, like this delicata squash, an Italian varietal. The skin is very delicious. You can roast it on and gives a nice textural difference with the interior. So we have delicata. This is red curry. That's K-U-R-I, not like the spice. It's just the name of it. We have a little mini, I like to call it a cutie pie. You know, we got there's the pie pumpkins, a little cutie pie pumpkin. And butternut squash, acorn squash, spaghetti squash, which has a really fun interior. It almost looks like spaghetti. And then we have the lovely Cinderella pumpkin, which gets its name from the classic Disney movie where Cinderella gets whisked away in a white pumpkin. So for the bruschetta, what I have done with the squash is I have cubed one of these guys. Would anyone like to come up? And I'm going to just briefly demonstrate how to cut this butternut squash, and I can show you how to quickly whisk it up in a second and stick it in the oven. Anyone? Oh, Justin, hey, there we go. All right, so Justin, I just want you to, so very easily, this particular squash, this skin is not very edible. You don't really want to eat it. So let's peel it away with this, scoop out the interior into there, and then we can cut it into little chunks. Okay? Yes, and then you can stick it in this bowl when you are done. All right, so while he's doing that, I'm just going to show you. So I have some grilled bread to start, but I'm just going to grill a couple. So I've taken this classic French baguette, brushed it with just a little bit of olive oil, and then we're going to grill it. Just very simply stick it on the grill, push it down to get a nice sear. Now we'll just let that go for 10, 15 seconds, get it nice and black, caramelized, and it'll be ready to go. So, like I was talking about with seasonality, we're going to do the squash bruschetta. We're also going to just show a little bit of the versatility of bruschetta. We're going to do a bean bruschetta as well. So I have some cannellini beans that have been cooked off, just in water. You can add some herbs, garlic, whatever you'd like for flavoring while you're cooking it off. And just to show you the quickness of pureeing an item, how quick and easy bruschetta can be. So we've got the beans, some roasted garlic that have been roasted with olive oil, rosemary, just cook for about a half hour at 400 degrees just to get it nice and soft. A little bit of roasted garlic. We'll add some chopped parsley, some olive oil. Oh, and I forgot about my bread. Oh my gosh. It's a little dark, but it's okay. It's still good. Work with it. Oh, that is beautiful, Justin. So, let's take this guy. Let's just get this little last bit off. And if you want to just cut it into randomly sized chunks, kind of evenly sized, and get it in that bowl right there. So here we've got the white beans, the roasted garlic, and olive oil. Add a little bit of lemon zest. And we will whisk this guy up. A little bit more olive oil to thin it out. And it would be nice to have maybe a little bit of water to this to thin it out more, but for purpose you can understand chunky is not bad either, but a little bit of salt to taste. And there you go. There's a white bean topping for bruschetta made up in, what was that, 10 seconds? Quick and easy. Right, that is lovely, Justin. So if you would like to maybe add a little bit of oil to that. Some salt. Add some little bit of honey. Wants to cooperate. What's that? I know, it's a little thick. And we'll give that guy a good toss, stick it on a sheet tray, and then we would roast that for roughly half hour, 45 minutes, 375, until it's nice and soft and can be pureed as well. So once I did finish roasting that, lovely Justin, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Absolutely. All right, so we'd stick that in the oven and get it nice and soft. So once I did get that nice and soft, I did the same thing as I did with the beans. Pureed it in there, just with a little bit of oil, water. I added a little bit of herbs and just a touch of honey. I just made a really nice squash spread that can go on top of the bruschetta. All right, so now I would like to plate the lovely bruschetta. And while I'm doing this, just to reiterate what I spoke to at the beginning about eating seasonally and locally, there are two reasons for that, two major reasons for that. There's a lot that we could talk about, but one is the nutritional reason, and that is food that is closer coming out of the ground is going to have a higher nutrient content. The longer that we pick it and let it sit around, the nutrient value of that item is going to deteriorate over time. So the closer that we eat it from pick, the better it is for us. From a culinary perspective, we want to eat locally and seasonally because that is the freshest, best tasting ingredient that we're going to possibly have. When we're eating out of season, when we're eating tomatoes in the winter or asparagus in the winter, that's probably traveling from a far distance, and it's not going to have, one, that high nutrient level because it's coming from a far distance, and two, it's just not going to taste it at its best when we're eating it in the appropriate time. So here we have the lovely squash bruschetta. I'm going to top that with a little bit of goat cheese, soft goat cheese, to give it some flavor and add a little color to the dish. And then I have a lovely herb oil here. Really simply done. You just blanch some fine herbs. I did parsley and chives here, but you could really use anything, basil, sage, whatever you'd like. Blanch it, shock it, stick it in a blender with oil, and just blend it. You get a beautiful, beautiful green color on this oil. I'm just going to drizzle some of this on top of the dish.
You said blanch and shock. What does that mean?
So, blanching and shocking, you would get a pot of hot water, bring it up to a boil. You would stick that item into the hot water, whatever it may be. That would be the blanching process. And then you would be shocking it in cold water. That would be stopping the cooking process completely.
Are all these ingredients in season during this time of year in Italy?
Squashes absolutely are. Squashes are seasonal in the fall and winter time, for sure. So this is just to show the versatility. I have some little whipped ricotta, little lemon zest, salt, pepper, olive oil, and we're going to spread this on the bread. And just to show we can make this even in a simple dessert way, where we can just drizzle. I have a little bit of honey that I've heated up with some chili peppers to give it a little bit of heat. We can drizzle that on top of the ricotta. If it wants to be cooperative, we got a little glob on that. It's not too bad. Some of us get a little bit more sweet. And then just so we can do ricotta with a little savory, we got here's some fine herbs. And we'll do a little lemon juice, a little oil, salt. that can go on the beautiful bruschetta. And then we'll also do our white beans. And just spread this on there nice and thick. And here we have 4 different types of bruschetta, quick and easy, all done in a matter of minutes after it is all cooked. And there we have it.